Now, as you know, if you've been here the last few weeks, in fact, the last few months, we've been in this Church is for Everyone sermon series, working our way through the book of Ephesians. We're getting to the second half of chapter 5 today. But as well as doing the sermon, we've also been interviewing different people in the whole church family. Church is for everyone. Literally anyone, everyone is welcome. We're trying to be sort of hearing from a diversity of people across the whole church family. So would you give a very warm welcome this evening to James and Mary Alice Wilson. It's good you're matchy-matchy in the denim. We're liking that.
Yeah.
Now, good. Now,
it was accidental.
Yeah, good. Now, tell us, first of all, how long have you been part of HTC? Why did you come to be part of this church?
Approximately 5 years.
Approximately 5 years.
Yes, we about then actually we had a feeling that we were called to come to a local church. We live on the other side of the common, so it seemed right to be part of the community. So often other churches you realize that you're not part of the community. So here we are.
Here you are, and it's been an awesome privilege to have you guys here the last 5 years, that's for sure. Yeah. Just sort of working a little bit further back, just tell us something of how you both came to faith in Jesus.
Well, that's easy. 10 years after we were married, I met a plumber. And
As you do.
As you do. And we were both staying in a friend's house, and everyone had to go to work except me on Monday. I was asked to open the door to a plumber. I did. He came in, and he was very friendly. Unlike some in London, I thought, wow. He said that he was so happy and that his life had changed and that his wife had left him, but they were back together again. Did I want to know why? I said, yes. And he said, I invited Jesus Christ into my life. Well, I had never heard that before. And he said, do you mind if I go out to the van and get a Bible? I said, no. And so he got his Bible and he read John 3:16 to me. And as he was reading, God so loved the world that he gave, I believe I heard him say, God so loved Mary Alice. And so when he was finished, he said, you look a bit discouraged. Are you down? And I said, yes. And he said, would you like to invite Jesus into your life? And I said, I would, but I don't know how to do that. I do. Just say a prayer. And that's how I came to know Jesus.
Isn't that amazing?
Never forget that Smith Wigglesworth was a plumber.
Is that right? Yeah, and tell us, for you, obviously, Mary Alice had this dramatic experience of Jesus through the plumber. What did you make of it, and what happened to you in terms of coming to faith?
She didn't tell me the precise details to begin with. I think I would have been shocked. But I eventually discovered this change in Mary Alice, and it intrigued me. I wanted to know more. I was not a Christian in any real sense. I had no saving knowledge of Jesus. I was brought up in a Christian family, but I drifted along, and sure enough, when Mary Alice had this momentous change in her life, I ended up doing Alpha with her. We did Alpha together, and I ended up giving my heart to Jesus.
Amazing story. Just tell, you guys are married, as you said. How long have you been married? How did you meet each other? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so we've been married 47 years. In 1973, I joined the airlines. I was with an airline called Pan Am, not as a pilot, as in last week. I was a flight attendant, and they offered me London, New York, or Boston as a base to fly from. So I said, London. I thought I'd be spending the rest of my life in America. But here I am. So the flat I was living in Courtfield Gardens, the landlord decided that us girls should meet some Englishmen. I met James at a drinks party.
There we go. That is awesome. Now, I'm speaking a little bit about marriage and things like that this evening. Just say for us, you guys were married, then you both came to faith in Jesus. What difference did coming to faith in Jesus and being Christians, what difference did that make to your marriage?
It made a big difference. I found things calmer, to be honest, and more at peace. I mean, like every family, we had our ups and downs. But it just brings to mind that I sent a card to Mary Alice on the first Valentine after we were saved, which said, I quoted a cord of 3 strands from Ecclesiastes 4. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. And actually, that became a life verse for us. With Jesus, things were definitely better. So what has it meant to us? It's deepened our relationship. We found that we could pray together almost on a daily basis. We bless one another, we bless others, we bless our family, the wider family. And it's just drawn us closer together. And we're blessed to be a Christian couple. We've had our ups and downs like everybody else, but here we are.
Yeah, amazing. Mary Alice, anything you
I
want to
just
say?
might add that, Jesus grows your heart. He grows your heart. And for each other and for him, and just building our relationship on Jesus being the center of our marriage. And one thing I do want to end with is just because you get married, it doesn't mean you stop dating.
Each other. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause.